What's going on, everybody? Another Tuesday night. So I figured, hey, I was sitting here just kind of going through a couple samples, pouring some stuff out, getting ready for tonight, and figured, hey, what the hell? Let's kind of get this party started. So good to see everybody. Another Tuesday night. So thanks, guys. Appreciate everybody joining tonight. So yeah, this was originally not something we had planned really until yesterday. So we were trying to figure out when we were going to kind of get this one slotted in to do a pick of, and we've been wanting to do it. We find ourselves pretty busy with a lot of these picks, as you guys are pretty aware of. So we figured, well, let's just do it Tuesday night. I didn't have a lot planned for tonight, so we're going to talk a little bit. Jason will pop on here in a few minutes. He had just gotten home. So, but what we were going to do was kind of just talk about maybe a few sleeper bottles for us and maybe you guys in 2022. Then we'll kind of dive into a few of these. We've got some pretty good samples tonight. So I guess just to kind of give you guys a little idea of what we've got. So right now I've got poured basically the 6 years. So this is going to be equivalent to last year's Houdini. So we'll see whether or not these stack up to the Houdini. Has a lot to kind of live up to with that pick. We got really lucky to find a 6-year bourbon that tasted the way that thing did. So, and then we've got another 9-year, a little bright there, little 9-year bourbon. So I shouldn't say little. That's a great age. So all MGP, of course. We've got our 9-year rye whiskey. So we'll see how those kind of shake out. And then something a little bit different. I wasn't overly familiar with what this was, but this is from Nashville Barrel Company called NashTuckey. So I believe this is actually Kentucky bourbon that they then bring back to Nashville and age and bottle it there. So we'll see what that's about. I know talking with James down at Nashville Barrel Company, he said those are hitting like really well right now. So again, these are 5-year, again, NashTuckey, which again, my understanding is that these are Kentucky bourbons that are then aged and bottled in Tennessee. So let me say hi to a few people that were in here right away. So I got to go back a little bit. So bear with me here, guys. Timmy was in here. Good to see you, Tim. Kelsey, good to see you, brother. Who else we got? The boss, Katie Turk. Good to see you, Katie. What else we got here? Whoops. What else we got here? Let's see. A lot of chat. Justin Jenkins. Good to see you, Justin. Nate, good to see you. Top Dog, good to see you. Big Vic, my man. How's it going? Oh, what else we got? A lot of activity early on. Sugar Kitty, good to see you. Oh, I said Nate Cox. Blind Squirrel, good to see you, brother. Dougie, good to see you. Good to see you, Mark. Thanks for jumping in tonight. What's up, wise guy? What's what we got here? Mark's in the house. Good to see you, Mark. TJ, good to see you, brother. Curbs, how's it going, brother? Haven't seen you in a little while. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for jumping in. What's up, Big Win? Dunny, my man, good to see you. TJ, Mark's in, Katie's back in. My man Marty, how's it going, bro? Hock and roll. Yes, sir. How's it going, Adam? Good to see you, brother. What else we got here? So a lot of stuff going on right now. So OH, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. So we'll get kind of rocking and rolling here in a few minutes. So Jason will pop on, but yeah. So tonight, like I mentioned before, is all going to be basically a couple of our maybe sleeper 2022 bottles, and then we'll kind of dive into our Nashville picks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and something else that they sent me. And again, I don't know if any of you guys that are in the Nashville area have had any of their what is this? I think they're barrel aged agave. So kind of cool. You know, I don't know. We'll may not get into that till the very end, but I don't know. You guys let me know Let me know your thoughts on whether or not some barrel-aged agave would be on the old priority list. We're not going to pass up, good whiskeys for agave. That's for sure. So, yeah, we're going to kind of get into a couple of things. So Smoke and Firewater, good to see you. So yeah, we'll kind of dive into things a little bit. So what's everyone, more importantly, anyone sipping on any of our Nashville picks from last year? And if not, or if so, great. If not, what are you guys sipping on tonight? So always love to hear that. So yeah, so I don't know. We'll find out what it is. It doesn't say as far as the well, it says aged in barrel 2 years. So I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that's whatever the age of the agave is. And I'm assuming that's the one that's aged for maybe 2 years in a bourbon barrel of some sort. I don't know. Hopefully I'll get some more information on that, but we'll maybe try that at the end of the night and just see what that's like. So okay, what do we got? What's everyone sipping on here? So I go with the old Woodinville pick. So which one did you end up with, Dave? I didn't know, or did you end up getting both of them? So look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Some Pinot with some pasta right now. What a fancy pants. Holy moly. Showing up everybody in here. So what's up, Waxter? Good to see you, brother. Hello again, whiskey friends. What is everyone sipping on? So all right, what do you got here? It's my so the Nashville Barrel pick is your rye of the year. All right, well, you let the cat out of the bag on that one. So, but hey, I appreciate it. I mean, when we got the Houdini and all of that, I mean, we were amazed by what those two whiskeys were last year. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we did those fairly early on. So we're coming up on, I don't know, maybe 8 months or so ago. So what do you got here, TJ? Sipping on some Old Forester 1910. All right, hey, hopefully we'll be able to bring you another great pick. So we're excited for tonight. So and you can't go wrong with the 1910. That's a nice easy sipping double oak right there. So all right, Big One, what do you got? Just received my Barrel King. Wow. All right, well, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm assuming you're talking about the cigar collaboration one that we did. So if so, couldn't agree more. Fantastic, rich chocolate, fruity, caramel, brown sugar, molasses. It's a great barrel. So I know when I sent out everything to the patrons maybe last week about setting things up, I kind of have some tentative dates. I'll repost that in a day. We're looking at roughly doing 2 tastings through Barrel King. So they'll all be right now released just to the patrons, and I'll send a notice for those dates. It was roughly like the 11th and 18th, if I'm not mistaken. There was so many people that wanted to do it, I ended up having to split the tasting in 2. So Jared will be on for both of those. So I'll update you guys here shortly on those. So all right, cool. You got both. Awesome. Yeah, the Iceman was a good one. That was a fantastic whiskey. So, all right, there you go, Mark. Sipping on a little bit of Houdini, nothing like showing off a little bit. So, up here we go. The man, the myth, the legend just popped up in the old green room. I wonder if all his green M&Ms that he had requested earlier got to him. So he just likes green M&Ms. I don't know why this guy's like this, but anyway, these whiskey tube guys. Anyway, here we go. There he is.
Green M&Ms.
I don't know. I was just making shit up. Like, I heard something the other day that was like some actor or whatever it was on Saturday Night Live. They wanted nothing in the room except just green M&Ms. I was like,
I worked with one of those people once.
Oh my God. I guess
it didn't matter because you know who it was? It was Alicia Keys.
Really?
And she was so sweet and wonderful. I didn't care. I would have given her 100,000 green M&Ms if I could.
Hey, I guess at some point when you're on A+ list lists, you can have whatever the hell you want, I suppose. So 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 I've been kind of blabbering for a few minutes. What's new with you?
Nothing much, man. You know, just trying to balance work and whiskey tube life. It's been challenging, but it's just I was just out with a couple buddies, kind of talking about, you know, some of the folks here, Ron Miles from Bardstown Bourbon Company, talking about some of the stuff they're working on real soon. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm like, hey, I got to go. I got a barrel to pick tonight. We got to see if there's going to be a Houdini 2 or the Houdini's assistant.
let's hope so. Let's hope we find one that's if at minimum on par with that. If we do, we'll be lucky to have that. That was a great one. And then I'm also anxious to kind of get into this NashTuckey. I'm curious to see what that's a little bit like. Right now, I just have poured the 2 Nashville 6 years. That's what I started off.
So I've heard mixed reviews on the NashTuckey stuff. People either seem to love it or hate it. Maybe it, like you said, maybe it depends on when it's hitting just right. So
yeah,
you know.
Now James, when they sent them, they said that these things were hitting pretty good right now. So we'll see. The proof is going to be in the NashTuckey. So,
that's right.
But I know we had also talked a little bit about some 2022 kind of sleeper bottles. Right off the top of your head, give me one that was kind of a sneaky little under the radar bourbon for you this year.
I actually have it right here, and I have the other bottle somewhere, but I don't see it right now. But it's these. It's the Jack Daniels.
Oh,
Jack Daniels triple mash and the bonded. Now I think depending on what your palate liked, you could have gone either way on one of those, or if you liked it or you didn't like it. But I think both of those releases from Jack Daniels at $35, I thought were great releases from Jack Daniels. And this was a blend, the triple mash.
Yeah.
And now they have the new Oloroso finished 100% malt that just came out. So that would probably be the first one I would think of.
Yeah, that was interesting. I had one that was it was a small release, and I haven't seen a lot on it, but it was actually the wheel horse, but this was the toasted that they did.
Oh, okay. So I never had the toasted, but wheel horse bourbon almost made me pick that over Wild Turkey 101, and it scared the shit out of me.
It's a really, I mean, I'll tell you what, for like, I know a lot of people were kind of on the Green River and rightfully so. But I think, I mean, in my opinion, the wheel horse, I feel, was maybe even slightly better. And what that toast did to it, it just brought out a little more sweetness. And actually, it was kind of odd. But from the regular wheel horse, the toasted almost tasted a little bit more like spicy. I don't know why or what happened, but it really turned into a kind of a surprising little bourbon. So I was pleasantly surprised when I got into it.
The wheel horse is a high rye. So
yeah. Okay. So but it was odd that it seemed like the toast brought out more of that. I don't know if it was just because it added more sweetness, that it also amped up the rye spice or whatever that may be in it, but it was really nice little bourbon. So
yeah, I'll go to my next one. And I think I saw somebody mention in the chat, but this bottle right here from Chattanooga, the Chattanooga Founders, was absolutely delicious. This is like 2 whiskeys that they blended together that you just wouldn't think would work, but blending some of their old stocks of NGP that they had, that when they first, with their 18-16 blend, when they were bringing those out before it was their own stuff, and then blending that with their high malt, you get this. And I mean, this might not win a lot of blind tastings because it's so unique, but man, on its own, it is an absolute hitter of a whiskey. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, that was not something we actually get. We don't get much or really any Chattanooga, and I don't know what their distribution or any of that stuff was, but it was kind of interesting. I forgot to grab mine, but let me grab it real quick. Throw this down there. This one was a sneaky one for me this year. Speaking of Bardstown, I really enjoy it. I mean, for what this was, I know a lot of people were going to kind of, where what the whiskey was. But this Bardstown that they finished in the Founders.
Oh my God, dude. You know what? I went through that bottle so fast because I'm stout belly and I love that bottle. My bottle is gone. I loved it so much.
Yeah. I mean, to make the argument that, with it being a Tennessee, bourbon, let's call it what it is, that they finish in that Founders. I mean, this became like that chocolate, like malt ball, like orange citrus. I mean, it was, for me, it was a really super underrated whiskey that I think just kind of flew way under the radar because it wasn't like a Tennessee, or excuse me, it wasn't like a Kentucky bourbon. And, we all know people don't really dig a lot of the Tennessee stuff, but man, if I would say if you gave just about anyone this in a blind, almost nobody would be able to tell you that was Tennessee whiskey.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. The candied orange note that goes along with the pickle that goes along with that chocolate and that coffee note and the Founders is beautiful. Yeah,
I absolutely loved it. I mean, when we got to first try it at the distillery and we didn't really even know what it was, I mean, we were just like, whoa, man, this is what a really nice little whiskey this was, and none of us had any idea that was a finished Tennessee whiskey at all. So
yeah. I think another bottle that is a sleeper that I got to make sure I have the batch right. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I saw this one that Jeffrey was kind of posting, that Bardstown Founders. I wonder what that one was like too.
So the Goose Island was an Illinois release only, unfortunately.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
But I have a bottle actually coming on my way, and I cannot wait to try that one. But this is a specific batch. Now, a lot of these barrel bourbon batches don't get talked about too often because, they're $100, $120 a pop, depending on where you are. They're all different. Some of them have a lot of, Tennessee whiskey in it that some people don't like. But this particular release, batch 33, was so effing good. I'm going to throw this into my top of the year blind just to see how it does.
Interesting.
Such amazing balance to it. More on the bourbon side, not overly done, not overly dickle. It's extremely viscous. This bottle right here is awesome. This is the barrel bourbon, but this is batch 33, which is
did batch 33 have Tennessee whiskey in it?
Yeah, it says Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee.
Oh, it does. Okay. I thought there was something, and maybe that was when we were doing our picks that they didn't have Tennessee whiskey in them. I don't think.
The picks we did do not have Tennessee.
Yeah, it was interesting. It kind of threw us off a little bit. Like, I think they're missing something.
Yeah, it's like where's the Dickel at? But
yeah, where's the Dickel? Yeah. Just you kind of look at it, it's waiting for that little Dickel to pop up.
Yeah.
As bad as that sounds.
Another sleeper for me right here is this beautiful bottle of Blue Run. I'm only kidding.
I was like, we're just being set up. We're just being set up here. You just brought that out so you could smash it on.
Yeah, bye.
Jesus. I was like,
that's the one bottle of Blue Run that I reviewed last year that I hated.
Oh, Jesus.
I still have it. It's still sitting here.
Oh, he's just busting out the props and everything. That's good. So I only had two that I brought up. I was just looking to see if there was anything else I had.
Yeah, dude, I love this. This batch 33 is friggin' great. Yeah, see the Bourbon Ranch, the nerd, he agrees. It's a great batch. And I think someone said you like them a lot too, the Buzzard's Roots bottles.
I did. I really liked, and the one thing I liked about the Buzzard's Roost was that they pay a lot of attention to what the influence of the wood does to the whiskey, and it brought out these really interesting profiles. So I think now that people are starting to kind of get a little bit more of those Buzzard Roost kind of picks, I think they're starting to kind of, understand a little bit what they're doing. And it was kind of a sneaky one that kind of flew under the radar, I think, for a lot of people this year.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to think what else. I'm looking at my shelf here because I know I have a lot of like the ones that. Oh yeah.
Here was a little easy sipping one that I was really kind of surprised at. Was this Ben Holiday, that Missouri bourbon?
Oh yeah, dude, I was just looking at that bottle.
Yeah, it was kind of another like, I mean, you're not going to get blown away. It's an easy sipping little bourbon.
It's a nice little whiskey, isn't it?
But I wasn't, I mean, I just thought like, man, what a nice little bourbon it was. You know, I thought it was a little bit pricey for what it was. I think it was like maybe $60 for a 100 proof bottled and bond. But
yeah,
you know,
this one out of Brown County, Indiana. The hard truth sweet mash rye.
Oh, okay, I heard good things about that.
For 2 to 3 years old, this shit is a flavor bomb. It is so friggin' good. It's a sweet mash. It's uncut, unfiltered. Proofs come in between 100 and 100, 110, 120 proof. They are absolute flavor monsters. They're a little bit harder to find. Obviously, they don't have big distribution quite yet, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, I heard good things about like that really being like their flagship product, and if that's going to be the case, I've heard a lot of really good things about it. So that's awesome. So this was the one that was kind of always I was interested to try it, but this one that Popham's talking about when they did that
the cigar rye. Somebody sent me a sample of that, and it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, I'm like, I bet it'd be really cool. I'm assuming it was a barrel that they must have packed a bunch of, cigar leaves and stuff in, and then emptied it, and then put whiskey in it. I figured, I'm like, man, I bet that'd be a pretty cool profile on it. So
yeah, for sure. Somebody mentioned. Justin Jenkins mentioned the WH Tar 7-year reserve. That's delicious stuff. You know why it's delicious? Because it's sourced from wild turkey and it's a Burai blend and it's delicious.
Which one was that?
The William Tar, which I think I have a bottle somewhere.
Oh yeah, William Tar. Are you sure? Are you sure it was turkey?
Yeah, it's turkey.
Really? Okay. I thought they were sourcing from Heaven Hill, but maybe not. Maybe that was early on.
Or maybe that's what they're doing now, but I know that I know when I talked to the representative, they kind of gave a wink and a nod that it was wild.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a great bottle. Trying to think.
Well, they have one that's kind of, I think, semi like budget friendly, and then they've got one that's kind of like double the price, like in the $100 and some range. And I don't know if that's the one that you're talking about. I think it's like a light blue like label or something on it.
Yeah, there was like a special reserve that they did for Coach the Coach Stoops.
But yeah,
the regular one was pretty damn good.
Oh, Todd's saying right here, and he knows the William H. Tar has been discontinued.
Oh, what the fuck?
So
how come all the good shit I like goes away and all the bullshit stays on the shelf?
Yeah. So Todd, are they not in business, or are they just discontinuing that? Because it only looked like they had 2 releases. So if you discontinue one, then it looked like you only have one. So I don't know how you can discontinue, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting. So
I don't know where that bottle is. It's somewhere. Some bottles.
Yeah, there's been kind of a lot of good kind of sneaky ones that haven't been all of these crazy allocated bottles. I mean, it just gets, like you and I have talked a million times, it just gets so frustrating with the whole chase and the hunt of all of it that, I mean, frankly, a lot of the ones we just talked about, you can still find a lot of that stuff, for the most part.
I'm telling you what, I hate to bring down the mood here, but you know what's going to happen in the next couple of years?
What's that?
Because people aren't talking enough about the barrel shortage right now, and how we're going to be seeing a lot of unaged flavored bullshit come to the market. Because
or American whiskey. I mean, they're just going to keep reusing these barrels. They're going to just call it American whiskey, maybe.
But the problem with that is that stuff needs to age longer. Yeah. So these guys aren't going to just let a bunch of white dogs sit and use barrels or sit in a tub it's just money sitting there. I think you're going to see a lot of unaged flavored whiskeys to the market in the next. I'm not saying very soon, but soon enough. I think that's what we're going to see, because the barrel shortage is a real thing. Yeah, and all this whiskey that's being made and barreled all over Kentucky and all over the United States. There's just not enough we can't cut down trees fast enough to make these barrels. So
what I'm reading through that is it sounds like there's going to be Mash and Journey moonshine coming pretty soon.
Dude, let's get ready for it. Apple pie moonshine.
Yeah, apple pie and moonshine. Oh, Jesus. Nice.
I'm just saying, it's a thing. Everyone's like going crazy with all these releases. It's either going to be all these high-end, high-age releases because that's what they're going to have sitting and aging because of the barrel shortage. But eventually, it's going to be a bunch of fucking unaged new make with flavor.
Well, I mean, hey, if that's the case, just like anything, something's got to give. And if there are no barrels to age all of this, White Dog, well, like you said, Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if the whiskey boom will slow down at that point. I'm guessing it will. Maybe people will move on to rum and tequila and some other spirits. We'll see what happens, but I'm just saying, the whiskey shortage, the barrel shortage is here. Yeah. And I think not enough people are talking about it and what that looks for as consumers in the long term. So
I would be interested to know like what the shortage in terms of barrel numbers like now are, like what it equates to. Like I have no idea, but I'd be curious to know, like, as far as what that shortage is, like what are the implications of that? Like, maybe
Jeffrey Wack is right. We are in a golden age of whiskey. I mean, you may think that there's just too much price variance, and I get that, but when you look at it from afar, there's something for everyone and there's something for every budget. You want to be an idiot and spend $10,000 on like a bottle of Pappy? Hey, it's out there for you.
Yeah.
But you have a budget and you want to stay within $20 to $50. There's a freaking shit ton of great stuff out there for that money.
Yeah, so there are.
And then you have all the in-between stuff, whether it be special releases from $60 all the way up to $150 to $250. It's a golden age. It's almost too much good whiskey out there. So
that's a very good point. I mean, there is so much, relatively speaking, good whiskey out there that you simply don't have to break the bank on. I mean, at the end of the day, you could go and be fairly content with like a Wild Turkey 101 or something along those lines. I mean, like an Old Forester Signature 100. I mean, those are really good bourbons that if you didn't have anything else, I mean, those would definitely get you through and you could be, as content as that old.
I guarantee that Old Forester Signature 100, not many people go back and revisit it, but I'm telling everybody right now, throw that bottle in a blind, watch how good it does. It's an amazing whiskey for the price.
It is an outstanding whiskey for the price, and at whatever that give or take $20, $25, maybe max. I don't know.
I mean, you could put that Early Times in the mix, Wild Turkey 101, those three bottles, even the Evan Williams, 1783. I mean, just really great bottles for the price point, honestly.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. I mean, there's really, a lot of great whiskeys and stuff out there.
That's right, Ian. Or just join Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. You don't have to worry about going to the liquor store ever again.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, as much as, I mean, to that point, I mean, as much as we just played up a lot of the lesser expensive bottles, I mean, what we do and when we get people involved, I mean, this is more exclusivity, I mean, it's just, again, there's like, let's just say a couple hundred bottles, or in our case, a lot of short barrels, and there could be anywhere from 10 to 35 bottles of something. But, it is. I mean, it's just it's the want. I mean, all of this is the want factor and not necessarily the need factor. But
I mean, listen, whiskey drinkers, bourbon drinkers, one thing that we've learned over the last several years, you can't get your hands on enough exclusivity. That's for sure.
That is very true. That is very true. And it's, and we've never been willing to compromise on any of that. So like whatever it is that we're picking, we want to try to give you guys the best. And that's what we'll continue to do. And that's why it's also fun to get other people involved, even though just Jason and I are picking this one tonight. So sorry about that, guys. But this one was a little bit harder because, I mean, Nashville and talking to James and stuff, they just package these things up. send them out and trying to get it all kind of coordinated to get them off to other people would.
Yeah, and these came fast. It's like, hey, we were thinking about doing another one. Our group wants more Nashville, and then like they were at our door in like 3 days.
Yeah, it was really kind of a fast process. We were kind of just emailing, and he's like, "Yeah, what do you want?" We're like, "Well, we had this last year." He's like, "All right, we'll put something together," and then like 30 minutes later, these things were at our door.
Yeah, so, Adam Shelton, the Starlights, they're gonna drop this Friday. Damn. Yep. I mean,
yeah, those were. I mean, those were really that was
really effing good,
and it was a fun day. I mean, when we went and ultimately chose everything that we did at the end, because we were on the fence with a few things. So Andrew set up a blind for us, and that's ultimately what we went with. And we were so surprised as to what we were tasting. I mean, we literally looked like idiots when we were there. We're like, oh yeah, this is that. We're like, he's like, no. We're like, all right.
Yeah, the only one we got right was the Applejack one.
Yeah, that was the other one.
We thought the regular bourbon was a cognac finish, and it wasn't. It was just the way the fucking bourbon tasted, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then when we finally got to we thought the port finish was like some other type of finish, and they're all delicious. So
yeah, you guys I think you guys will really enjoy those, and fortunately, Shared Pour is going to do a little bit of a kind of a discount of $15. We got to make this point come across.
Yeah, $15 off if you buy all three. So that's what you guys will get. Yeah. All right, buddy. What are we starting with here?
Yeah, let's
bourbons.
Yep, I figured let's start with the Houdini 2. We'll see if we got a matcher right there. So we'll go with the 2 6-year bourbons, and then I guess we can adjust accordingly. We can either go to the NashTuckey or we can go to the 9-year bourbon at that point. So
there's only two bourbons in here.
That's correct. Two 6-year and two 9 years. So
all right. Well, let's see. Based on the color, okay.
They're beautiful. I mean, for 6 years old, they are beautiful colors. I'll tell you that right now. So
right. Sample 1, sample 2. Here we go.
Yep. We can't even screw that up. So all right. Well, I can't anyway. So all right. So let's do.
Ooh, that is pretty dark for the
year. Yeah, it is. So barrel number 1.
God, what are these fucking bottles? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got to get you might. I was going to tell you before, you might want to almost even get like a pair of pliers because it'll rip your hand up. When I had one of them, I had to go get a pair of pliers. It was so.
Oh my God. Oh.
It does. I don't even know what they even did to put those things on there, but it was absolutely
fucking Incredible Hulk cap these. Jesus.
I don't know what it was. So there you go, guys. It was a little entertainment. You got to watch Jason knock a bottle of the butterfly on the thing, and now you get to watch him struggle opening up a bottle of whiskey. So, but these will be good. So, and then one thing Nashville never does is we just get the age and the bottle number of these. We don't know proof. We don't know. Well, we probably have a good idea of mash bill. I'm assuming these are probably the 21% rye mash bills. I don't know if these are 36 or if they even have that. There's not many of those things. So, but yeah, these screw tops, I'll tell you what, man, they were tight. I mean, I had one that I had to literally go get a pair of pliers. It was on there so hard. I'm like, I almost had a freaking aneurysm trying to open the damn thing. So yeah. We need somebody just to open those things up. Vic, we need your muscle, man. We need to create. Marty says to Jason, get in the damn weight room. I'm telling you what, I couldn't even get one of them open. I'm like not shitting you. I literally had to get a pair of pliers to open the damn thing. It was that tight. So anyway, but if you guys can see, I don't know, hopefully look how dark that is. I mean, for a 6-year bourbon, I mean, man, what a beautiful, oh boy, that's already smelling nice. Boy, that's a little bit of apple pie right there. I don't want to be like power.
This is what it's come to,
dude. I literally had like the same exact thing, and I needed that just to get it open. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let's do this.
Oh,
let's do this.
I got it. Oh no, it just broke.
I was going. Oh, like we gotta go solo mode here for you. Look at this. Look at the effort here being put into.
God, I gotta go. I gotta get back in the gym. Jesus.
Get back in the weight room there.
Yeah. I gotta have pop 'em, don't watch 'em biceps to open this shit.
Yeah, I guess next time we do a Nashville pick, we'll have to have Pop 'em stop over just to be our bottle opener. Pop 'em! It'll be like,
hey, Pop, can you help open these things?
but when he does open it, we need him to be like, Pop 'em!
Oh my God. All right. So we're gonna start with sample 1.
Let's do that. Let's start with sample 1.
Right. See.
Oh man, sweet mother of Lord. That's like for me, it's like a caramel apple pie, like right away.
Yeah, you nailed it. That is caramel apple. That's apple pie drizzled with caramel all day long.
Which is odd because I mean that's not something I get like on a lot of like I don't get that a lot on MGP though.
Like when I think MGP, I'm just waiting for like the orange and the gingerbread and some of that stuff. And like apple pie is the last thing I'm thinking is I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Damn.
A nice oak on it. Boy. And again, we don't know proofs. I'm gonna guess these are probably gonna be similar to what we had last time in that like maybe 110-ish range, something like that, I think. Yeah, I don't know I forget what Houdini was. Boy, it smells, it just smells rich.
It does. It's got like this really sneaky like creme brulee apple pie thing going on. It's really nice.
Now I've had mine open a little bit longer than you, so maybe as yours sits, yours will start to open up a little bit more. But
yeah,
it smells like it wants to be very like kind of viscous and thick. So
is NBC aging these in Nashville? They're choosing to buy the barrels already aged. So they're buying. I think the thing is they're buying barrels that are, I think they're filled in Kentucky. And I don't know how long they're in Kentucky, but then the majority of the aging is done in Nashville. So that's basically the story of those.
Again, Durrell says, how could anyone forget anything about Houdini? So what's the proof? What was the proof on Houdini? I don't remember.
118 and change.
Oh, it was 118. Okay, it was higher than I remembered. So, okay.
All right, let's try, man. Here we go. Cheers.
All right, cheers. I think I might need another sip. Boy, that's got a nice long finish on it, though.
That is
very,
and you're right. It is very creamy.
Yeah, very, very creamy, pretty viscous. Man, there's just something about that thing not drinking like a 6-year-old bourbon.
Oh man, what is that? There is a very distinctive flavor I'm getting. I got to put my nose on it here.
Is it like a semi-flat like root beer? Almost, or like
I was thinking cola, but
maybe that's maybe like a cola. I could see that.
Yeah, it's like a cola note in it.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like flat Coca-Cola, like orange Coca-Cola. And then the finish on it just blooms into vanilla extract.
Yeah, and long
the whole finish on it.
Spicy, great oak on it. It's almost like that. If you've been in the rick house, there's almost that really like soaked like wood, that smell you get from a rick house. It tastes like that.
Damn.
But I think there's even some like leathers and stuff, maybe even.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like a sweet pipe tobacco thing going on, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit of smoke.
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, for a 6-year bourbon, man, that is a great whiskey right there.
Big Vic. How many short barrels are these?
Yeah. We'll probably like pick like 3 things today. We'll probably have like 60 bottles combined.
Yeah, guys, we picked 3 barrels tonight, but only 60 bottles, guys. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. I have a feel like we have to like always like suppress our excitement for these because we never know what the hell we're going to get hit with when we tell them which ones we chose.
I mean, listen, anyone tells us like, why do you guys always pick short barrels? Because they seem to be the most flavorful, the most viscous, and the most concentrated, and that's just what we usually pick, and that's kind of the trend. I say if you're not picking enough short barrels, you're not doing something right.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true. Yeah,
that might might need to be another Mash and Journey club. Like
yes, exactly.
Short barrels. Yeah,
short barrel club.
Yeah, short barrel club.
Oh man,
the Mash and Journey short barrel club.
Yeah. Man, that's a rich bourbon. And I mean, at the end of the day, and I mean, kidding aside, I wouldn't even be surprised if someone told me that was short.
God, that is really nice. This has all the things. And you're right. As this is opening up, I was actually getting a little bit of like a graininess on when I first opened it.
Yeah.
But now that's gone, and now it's just candy and apple pie and caramel. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, that lingering spice on the back end is great. I mean, you get hit with all of that rich sweetness up front, and then you still have that, but that lingering spice and kind of barrel influence. I'll even go as far as saying it's a slight barrel char. You know?
Oh yeah, I'm actually getting like a smoke to it. So like a little like a barrel char smoke to it a little bit.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Is it the Houdini? No, it's not the Houdini, but it's a damn good bourbon.
Man, that's a really good bourbon.
All right, let's go to sample 2 here.
All right, let's see what we got for number 2. All right, so
Justin Jenkins says, I'm drinking a different NBC, and be damned if I don't get orange Coca-Cola. You put that in my head.
Nice.
It's a thing, man. The orange Coca-Cola is real in that first one.
Yeah, that was a good. I mean, that's a nice bourbon. I would have no problem sipping on that bad boy.
Is that like the short bus club? Yeah, it's the tart cart.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. All right. So I think I prefer the nose on one more.
Yeah, so far.
But man, as I move this thing around a little bit, I'm like throwing whiskey all over.
Yeah, dude. Swirl with confidence.
I was swirling with too much confidence. All right, I can see that's starting to get a little bit more on the like earthier tones, like maybe heavier fruits.
I'm picking up more of the rye in this than anything.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a heavier, like beefier kind of bourbon.
Yeah, there's more of like a breadiness to it, yeasty a little bit, and then not in a bad way. There's still some sweet there, but
yeah.
Oh man, you go back to number 1. Damn, that smells nice.
Yeah, I mean one is a real. I mean, I think one is a really, really good bourbon.
Yeah.
All right, let's try number 2 here.
Yeah, you know what? 2 on the palate tastes like a 6-year bourbon.
And
whereas one doesn't. Yeah, I'm not.
And maybe 2 is like even like I don't know if you're getting this, but it's slightly flatter. Like it's there, but then it kind of all goes away really quickly.
Yeah, there's not much to it, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, we cannot give that to the patrons.
No, I would say, yeah, I mean, I would say that's.
Oh man, this number 1 though is fucking.
Yeah. One is I'm gonna actually pour a little bit more of one. I want a little more whiskey to open up in that.
Me too. If I could open it again, yeah, I got it open. Okay.
I just want that one to. I want that to kind of open up and see what that does.
We could have to come back to that.
Oh man, that is like so. Like go back to it again. Like I just went back and there's like more like maple syrup on it.
Yeah,
it's becoming like Canada in the glass.
You would know about that.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you that like that caramel apple pie and like maple. That is a fucking really good whiskey right there.
It's so desserty. That's nice.
That's really that. But what's nice about it is the back end of it. The finish is nice and spicy, which is great. So
all right. We're gonna go to these 9-year whiskeys now. These 9-year bourbons. I
figured, yeah. Let's. How
are these 9-year bourbons lighter than the 6 years? I don't understand.
Let me.
How many are there?
There's just 2. Oh shit.
2 ryes. That's the. Oh, okay, so we got.
Oh, there we go.
We got 2 of everything.
Yeah, we have two of everything. Maybe it's a little bit darker than Man, oh, Jesus. All that lifting of weights is starting to pay off, apparently.
I didn't even try to fuck up my hand again. I'm just on the wrench.
Yeah, it's a tough one. So I probably should have opened these up a little bit before, just to kind of give these a little more airtime.
Well, we can let them sit a little bit. You have any more sleepers?
I'm trying to think of like what else I had as a sleeper up here. I mean, I think overall, like just in general, like I think our introduction this year to like what Barrel King is doing, I think overall is like a sleeper where they just were like, I think a lot of people had no idea what it was, and then we got into it, and it was like, oh my God, this is good. You do need to.
I mean, I don't know if it's a sleeper, but the Sagamore Port Finish Rye. Sagamore Sherry Finish Rye.
Yeah,
is insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be in my top whiskeys. That's a fantastically well done finished whiskey.
And also, I think one I liked even better than that was the New Riff Sherry Finish rye, the malted rye. Unfortunately, it was a little harder to get, but that is fucking a hitter of a rye whiskey. Absolutely delicious.
I didn't have that one. And I don't know how easy or difficult the Sagamore Sherry is to find. I mean, I know they've got really good distribution, but I think that was out to the masses, I believe.
Yeah, it got to Ohio, and I think it sat for a little bit, then eventually sold out. I don't know if we're gonna get more. At least the stores I go to had it for a little bit, and then it left. So, but yeah, that one was really good. Green River Bourbon. Did I say Green River Bourbon yet? That thing was fantastic.
I think we had mentioned that when we were kind of talking about the wheel horse.
Yeah, the actual Green River Bourbon. I thought was a killer bottle for the price.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else.
Yeah, I was trying to think off the top of my head what else was kind of a surprise one this year, or a sleeper, I should say.
A sleeper. You know what ended up being a sleeper for me? It's not really, I wouldn't classify it as a sleeper, but the Woodford Reserve Batch Proof for me this year was really good. Generally, the last few years, I have not thought highly of the Woodford Reserve Batch Proofs. I thought it was a young bourbon that they heat cycled warehouse to, I mean, we see this with most Brown-Forman products, but I felt like with the Woodford Reserve ones, I could taste it. And I did not like them. But this year's, I did not get that at all. It actually came off a little bit older, a little bit more robust and cohesive. It's good shit.
Well, I mean, that's what you want. And again, I think some of those things you are going to get at times, maybe some inconsistencies or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's kind of nice when you can kind of find one of those. I think with a lot of that's one that is not proofed at 90.4, so that's kind of nice. And I think there's probably no coincidence why more people enjoy, that. It'd be nice maybe if they would kind of get outside of that 90.4. I suppose that's their thing, I guess. But so.
Hey Scott, I'm not sure. Every time I talk, your mic pops. I'm not sure what's going on, but
let me turn my mic down a little bit.
Jason, I was shocked that you had the New Riff Sherry over the Sagamore. Listen, until you try that New Riff Sherry, you would understand. It's that good. Yeah, the Blue Note Uncut picks. That's what they are. They're that's where the Blue Note juke joints are. It's basically Green River. So
is that a little bit better? I turned my mic down a little bit. Is that better?
I think there's a little bit less there. Yep, maybe.
Yeah, let me know if anyone else hears that. I don't hear it. I mean, everything sounds good on my end. It doesn't look like it's peaking or anything, but
let me turn down my mic a little bit. Maybe that'll help too. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like look around and see what else I had, but
I can tell you one of our picks that everybody slept on, except for a few people in this chat right now. The Nulu Spice Jam.
Oh yeah, that was a except for Jeffrey Wack, who bought all of them.
And Darrell Stewart.
And Darrell, yeah, that was a heavy finish, but maybe not quite as heavy as the O Sherry that we did. That was the heaviest sherry finished whiskey I think I've ever had.
That was the heaviest finish we've ever done. You know.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. But man, that Spice Jam, that was just like, it was like liquid jelly. It was so good.
Was so good.
Now you had to be in the mood. You had to be in the mood for that. But man, what a delicious whiskey that was.
Yep.
You know, the other one that was that really kind of flew way under the radar, that was a nice little sipping one, is the High West that we did.
Yeah, the Grape Ape.
Yeah, the Grape Ape. That was a nice little sipping bourbon. So
yeah, that was one of those just super crushable whiskeys that we came across and absolutely loved it. You know, it's just nice to get some of those sometimes. Everything doesn't have to be a high proof monster, you know?
You know, that's exactly it. You know, I think we all get very kind of locked into the higher the proof, maybe the better, or just, you know, people want higher proof. But yeah, you can get those really nice low proof ones that still offer a lot of flavor. Yeah, the red line, the honey finish one was really nice too. I was glad
that was great that it came out in the summertime too, because it was a perfect summer sipper.
Yeah, it really was. My wife loves that stuff. I was trying to give away a bunch of samples to my dad for things, just so we could have them, because we have a million sample bottles all over the place, and she took those back away. She didn't let my dad have those. She kept the samples.
The Starlight Sherry Pie was kind of an Oloroso bomb too.
That was too, yeah. Very much.
Yeah, what is happening with your mic, dude? My God.
What are you hearing?
Like every time I talk, I hear like this echo / scratching / popping. I'm not sure what. The last time we did a live, I was hearing it too from your end. I'm not sure what it is.
Huh. I wonder if is anyone else hearing that? Like, you're hearing it now?
Yeah, but a couple people in the yeah, it's like static crackle.
Let me take the thing off and just put it here and see if that does anything. How's that? Is that a little bit better at all?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see once I start talking. No, I'm still hearing it. It's just the mic in general. I'm not sure what's going on.
Are you sure it's my end?
It's only when I talk.
And you're blaming me for when you talk?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, all right. It sounds like my wife. I get blamed when she talks. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, all right. We're gonna go with when you talk, it being my fault. So, all right, let's do that. Let's do that.
Like here, well, yeah. If you mute me, then you're not gonna hear it. But whenever I talk, it's. But if you mute Scott and I talk, you're not gonna hear it. That's the difference.
So I would have to mute myself, and then you talk, and then you tell me if you hear it. All right.
Yeah, we have to see if the crowd hears it. So you mute yourself. All right, so how you doing, everybody? This is Jason C. for the Mash and Drum. Nobody can hear the snap, crackle, pop. You know why? Because I'm not using Scott's mic right now. Is anybody in the chat hearing his shit? No, because it's not me. I think it might be Scotty. You know why? Because he's all up in Canada. That's right. Those fucking maple syrup all over his microphone. And now you're back, and now we hear it.
That's odd. I don't know what it is. The only thing I can maybe do is try to turn the mic down a little bit. I don't understand, like, why. I'm not doing anything different. I've got it set up on. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just seems to.
Is it too high?
Dr. Robert says it seems connected to your mouse movements. That'd be pretty interesting.
It can't be the mouse. I mean, it's just like a Bluetooth mouse. It can't be that. But
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, Dave Blind Squirrel was saying maybe it was when I like moved it on my shirt, but it's not really even moving at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
All right. Well, you guys just got to put up with my shit, okay?
All right, put up with his shit.
I mean,
maybe turn the speaker down that you're hearing me. Maybe you could try that.
Okay. Hang on.
Hawk is using one of those. He's using the old phone from Saved by the Bell.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. All right, hang on. Let me turn the volume down.
Roy
All right.
Armstrong.
How about, all right, how about now? How about now? I turned it down like 50% from what you should be able to hear.
Roy says it does seem like the mouse. I don't think so.
You guys are cute. You guys are killing me, Smalls.
All right, let's just keep it here. I don't think I hear it as much right now. So
I turn the volume that I hear you from, which I might actually turn it all the way off, to be honest. At this point.
I'll give you hand signals.
Then I don't have to listen to you the rest of the night. It'll be your fault.
It's good. It's not good. It's good. It's not good.
Nice. Yeah. How's it on the palate? Yeah.
You might have done it. I don't hear the crackling right now. I think that was it.
Okay. Well, that's good. Then I turned
I think it was like some feedback. So
okay. All right, good. Well, I'm glad I could help you out with that. So
all right, back to the whiskey. 9
yes,
years.
back to the whiskey. Yeah. Okay. OH, we got you. Yeah. Back to the whiskey. He says stop with the dicking around.
All right, sample one. Sample one.
Right.
What do we got?
All right. Man.
So I get more oak.
Yep.
But it's not nearly as sweet.
Yeah, definitely not as sweet. It's maybe like a dried fruit. I think some of that caramel's starting to come out a little bit more now. This one I'll be more interested to taste right now just to see if it does anything. It's not like overwhelming on the nose.
It's got like almost a toasted bourbon profile in the nose to me.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
See,
yeah, it's definitely more of oak.
This to me is like that cinnamon graham cracker you get with MGP.
Yeah, definitely more oak. And I don't know if this is just like me wanting it to be there, but maybe there's this slight like citrusy note to it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna try this one.
Yeah, let's try it, man.
Cheers. Oh, that's different.
That's why I immediately know Scott doesn't like it. Oh, that's different.
Well, it's not like what I was expecting, and I guess I don't know if it was maybe coming off the sweetness of some of those other ones that maybe the oak is kind of throwing me off a little bit, but
yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. I think it's just more. I think it's just more like it's less sweet and it's more of those like heavier, earthier flavors. Like like you want to equate it to like a leather tobacco. It's more forward that way than it is the sweet part of it.
Yeah, it's got like a wood varnish type thing going on to it.
I could see that. There's like some astringency a little bit to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. All right.
Wow, it honestly is a little like alcohol forward. Like there's like some ethanol that's there on it.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's okay. Blind Squirrel says it must be a full barrel.
We don't like this. Is it full? We don't want it.
All right, sample 2 smells way better, dude.
All right, let me get into 2 here. Oh yeah, here we go. Now we're back. This is closer to the first one we tried, number 1 on the 6-year.
Yep. There's
some sweetness that's there. There's some nice. I'd even say like really some fruit starting to kind of show up in this one.
There's just some more overall sweetness to balance out that oak. And
yeah,
it's a lot more pleasing on the nose than the first one was.
Boy, I'm starting to get way more like pastry notes on this too now.
Yeah, there's like a burnt croissant butter thing going on here.
Burnt croissant.
Somebody burnt my croissant, and I'm blaming your microphone.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame that you know what a burnt croissant smells and tastes like.
I've done it before.
Oh, it's bad. All right. Did you try this one or no?
No, let's try it. Here you go.
All right.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, I do think it still lacks a little bit of punch on the palate, but it's a way better sipper than the first one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I wonder if like number 2, like I feel like that's something that's going to even get better like as it opens up a little bit more.
It gives me like oh yeah, the finish is nice on it. Yeah, that could end up being kind of sneaky good.
You know, I'm just like, man, I feel like by judging this thing right now that it's,
man, go back to, oh my God, go to 6. It smells like fucking maple syrup pancakes.
Dude, I told you.
Go to that first one.
Oh, it's so rich and good.
It is like a bowl of remember that fucking shit Eggo waffle cereal? That's what like.
Dude, you know what I'm gonna do with that later? When we're done, I'm gonna pour some Houdini and that. I want to see what that does. I think that's a very strong contender. I'm telling you, that 6-year number 1 is really good.
That's good. It's really good. All right, I'm going back to the 9-year here. Yeah, we'll call this one. If we get it, we'll call this one. Yeah, we might go Chris Angel. Yeah, we'll go. We'll call this one the David Blaine. Who knows?
We'll call this. We ain't in Canada anymore.
I kind of like the Copperfield idea. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. 9.2 is getting really nice too.
It's nice. You know what? It reminds me of a higher age Wild Turkey product.
Oh, okay. That's maybe a good call. I was gonna say it's not quite as sweet, but you're getting the influence of an older whiskey. You're getting those earthier, more oak, more leathers, tobaccos, that kind of profile.
Yeah, that's all there, but with more of like the cinnamon orange note that you're accustomed to with MGP. Maybe a little bit of like that ginger snap cookie. And then it reminds me of like an older turkey product. It's almost like turkey light.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty nice. I'll be interested to see kind of like what that does.
We could call this one Wild Murky.
Wow.
Or mild murky.
Yeah, mild. Let's see. What would Wilder tile? What would see if you switch the T and the W? So what would that be? Tiled worky? Oh yeah, it's that richer old whiskey kind of note. I think you're even starting to get some of that like slight like dustiness that you get from an older whiskey, like that's starting to show up a little bit more.
Yeah, there's definitely a little barrel funk in here. I'm gonna let this sit out and see what happens to it.
Yeah, I like.
I think those 2 samples are pretty nice, both of them. So we have 1 from the 6-year and 2 from the 9-year.
Correct. Yeah, when you look at those, I mean, those are both like fantastic colors, very similar. I mean, I'm surprised as to how dark that 6-year is. I mean, it had to be aged fairly high somewhere for it to have that kind of color and that profile to it. That's really pretty nice. So
I just can't believe how maple syrup forward that first sample got. That's crazy.
Yeah, like number 1, man, just going back to that is like.
All right, we trying this NashTuckey stuff?
Yeah, let's try NashTuckey and see how that stuff is. So eliminate any preconceived notions or what you've heard or any of that. We're gonna give you our.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna. Well, if it's good, it's good. If it sucks, it sucks.
That's one way to put it.
Oh, hey, I opened that with my hand. There you go.
With my head. Oh man, that's a nice color too. They look somehow lighter in the bottle, but then when you pour them, they're really pretty nice colors.
Nashville Barrel Co.
Dude, that's a really nice color on that one. Holy balls.
Holy balls, says Scotty.
Holy. All right, kind of. So what do you know? What do you know about NashTuckey? What do you know about this?
All I know is that it's aged. Oh, it says aged and bottled in Nashville, Tennessee, but distilled in Kentucky. So that's basically what it is.
That's what it says. It says on
the front of the bottle. Scott, you got to put your high-powered glasses on.
Yeah.
Aged and bottled in Nashville, Tennessee. And then it says in Nashville, Tennessee again. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm like, am I missing something with the Kentucky part of it here or what?
Yeah, straight bourbon. Well, that's what it is. Apparently, now okay. I don't know how soon this got to Nashville after they were filled in Kentucky, but that's the story.
Okay. So, all right. I'm sure there'll be somebody else in the chat who will probably be able to give us more. We'll be able to clarify things a little bit more. So yeah, if you need, I need readers. Christ's sake, Dave! Like half the time I gotta like put things like right up to my face just to be able to see some of these things. I feel like an old timer when I do that.
Scott.
Look at Dave says, Scott needs new readers. You old bastard. Oh man. See, to me, that's like very citrusy.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. My first impression of it was a lot of citrus.
Wow, that's pretty nice though.
It's also very floral. Getting a lot of floral.
Yeah, that's a good call. I was trying to, there was like a softness that was there to it. But I still think you get some of those like nice, kind of caramels, a lot of traditional type of bourbon notes to it.
There's a very savory quality to this. I'm not sure what that is. There's a very...
Yeah, like again, when we were kind of on number one, it like smells like it wants to be like heavier, thick, Yeah, the floral was a good call because when I was smelling that, I was thinking of this like kind of like more like a perfume kind of note to it.
Yeah, it is very floral. Not overly done though. There's still some underlying sweetness though.
All right, this is weird, and this is not something I get very often. But like I swear to God, like I'm getting like a blueberry note on it. I don't know.
I can see that.
I don't know what if it's something else. Like I don't know what else would be similar to like a blueberry or whatever. But
yeah, there is something.
I'm getting something that's like, oh yeah, we've made it again.
Yes,
we made it again.
There you go, Scott. You done did it. You brought in the hot photos of
your you got you got an A+ stream when the porn bots start showing up on your stuff.
That's right. Heavens to Mister, come look at Scott's sister.
Jesus, I'm gonna try to pretend he didn't even say that.
I don't have a sister, so you can't say shit to me.
Okay, I do technically too. So, but I appreciate you putting that in my mind.
Yeah, they don't say what distillery the Kentucky is from, so I'm not sure.
Man, there's something there.
It's
like
nice on the nose. It's unique. I like it.
Do you also get like a slight like maltiness to it as well? Like, is there like
I'm getting chocolate, which could be kind of like the same, kind of like a maltiness to it as well.
All right, I'm gonna try this one. See what.
All right, let's try it, man. Let's see how we get.
Oh man, I like that.
Much more dark fruit on the palate than I thought from the nose.
And it's bright, but still,
it's youthful, but there's some depth to it, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's something like it does taste slightly like different, but in a good way. Like I know when you start telling people things are like taste different, like it's weird, but dude, there's some of that like that different kind of fruit that's showing up in this thing that is just odd to me.
Man, that's good.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think it's kind of interesting and different, to be honest. See, and I'm not getting like it being like overly youthful. I know they say, what is this, 5 years old? But again, it is that, well, no, this would be a single barrel. So I guess this would just be 5 years. So I didn't know if they were like,
see, I'm getting like this cherry bitters thing going on in it.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
It's very rich. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's got a nice finish to it too. I haven't tasted anything like that. That's nice. I dig it.
And it's got some good oak, good fruit notes.
Yeah, I think the dark fruit notes in this threw me for a loop because I did not think I was going to get that much of it coming off the nose. This is like if Darrell Stewart, I know, loves like dark fruit notes in his whiskey, he would dig this because this is all dark fruit.
And it's really nice and spicy, like on the back end. Like after you swallow that lingering spice that's there, it's really pretty nice.
That's nice. All right, yeah, I'm excited to try the other one here.
Oh, all right, let's let me get into
number 2.
And number 2 actually looks darker, like the color of that, like compared to it looks darker.
Holding up to the light, it looks the same, but
hold it up in your glass. It looks different in your glass than it does in the bottle for some reason.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does look a little darker.
I don't know why.
A little bit of trickery.
Yeah, it's trickery. Oh yeah, that's definitely more of those kind of cherry chocolate. There's almost like a roastiness to it.
Yeah, see, I'm getting like that little bit of a coffee note on this.
Yeah, I could totally. There's that roasted roasted coffee. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I mean, I wouldn't, if I was smelling that, there isn't a chance in hell I would say that's 5 years either.
Show the love and hit the like button. Yeah, guys, if you haven't yet, please hit the like button. Subscribe to Scotty. Share the love.
Oh, that's nice. That's like rich. That really sweet, rich oak is starting to kind of show up in this too.
That's very nice on the palate.
Boy. Oh, you tried it already?
No. Did I say palate? Sorry. I meant nose.
Yeah, that's really nice. But yeah, again, definitely heavier on those fruit notes, chocolate, that maltiness. Yeah, I like that. I love the oak on this thing.
Yeah, man, you let this sit a little bit. These are really opening up more and more.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go back to them.
Yeah, I think like that's the other thing. Maybe I'm gonna pour a little bit more of one and just kind of go back to that because those are sneaky good whiskeys right there. Man,
I just tried the second one and I think it's equally as good, but I don't know, for me, I got to go back. I'm not going to judge it quite yet. I feel like it's not as dark fruit forward as the first one.
Oh, man, I'd go back to it. I think it's maybe even starting to get more. I think it's even starting to get richer. Like, remember on one, we were getting a little bit of that flat cola. To me, that's kind of showing up here a little bit. And it's maybe even more of that, like man, I don't know what that is. Like to me, the oak on that is balancing out the sweetness a little bit. It's to me that tastes older than 5 years old.
You talking about the second one?
Second one, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you for sure.
I mean, honestly, it tastes like an older whiskey is what it tastes like.
It does. That's nice.
And again, I think this is one that, like, I hate to say it, but I mean, I don't even know if us tasting this thing tonight will do this thing justice. Like, I feel like this is a whiskey that will change, like, in a very good way. It just has that. There's something to it, like, of ones I've tasted before, like, where it needs a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's got some really good flavors to it.
It does. It does. And again, I don't know, like, I guess going back and forth, and I probably should go back to one on this NashTuckey just to see, like, what it's like versus this one. But
yeah, I think I like number 2 over number 1 of the NashTuckeys. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to, like, eliminate.
Yeah.
Like, because we have 2 each. I'm just trying to, like, eliminate kind of pick the best one of the 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then kind of, go from there.
That number 2, I mean, it's a good whiskey. I'm not going back to number 1 right now, but man, that's a really good whiskey right there.
No, that's good.
It's a long finish. It's got some really good sweetness to it. All right, that
one's going in the pool.
All right, that's definitely in the. All right, so you went with NashTuckey number 2, correct?
Yeah, every time I sip it, I get more dark fruit out of it. It's so good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get even better. So
all right, so far in the pool, we have straight bourbon, aged 6 years, number 1.
Yep.
We have the 9-year sample number 2, and we have the NashTuckey number 2.
Correct.
Now we go to the Rise.
Oh yeah, we'll see if this is going to be our next Dr. Pepper.
I don't know. That Dr. Pepper was one of the most unique Ryes I've had, and
it was a very good one. So
the literal bourbon wrench is coming out right now.
I can't wait to get into our barreled agave.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know if I can handle that shit tonight, but we'll try.
You're gonna handle it, all right. You're gonna handle it.
I'm gonna handle it. Okay.
You are gonna take that like a man, and you're gonna like it, okay?
I don't know if I drink that shit.
I don't know. I'm a fan. I think you and I are both fans of these older MGP ryes. They're just something about them, and we've been fortunate to get.
I don't know what it is. Like I feel like people sleep on some of the older ryes. I don't know why. I think they're some of the best whiskeys out there.
Yeah.
These unfortunately though are high price. So
yeah, so we have to take that into consideration, and we know, like, just watching the numbers and watch you guys with rye, we know that you're not as into the ryes as the bourbons, and we fully understand that. So we have to be kind of cognizant of that as well. So.
Oh man, I'll tell you though.
They're just these. I tell you, when you start getting into these 9 and 10-year-old ryes, man, they are just like such a sweet spot. I mean, they get so candied. Oh man! And for me, I love it because it seems like the older they get, the less friggin' dill you get. Like, I hate dill in rye.
Yeah, like Blind Squirrel. I mean, these 9-year ryes. The last one we did was what? Was like 2 1/4.
Yeah, well, that was the one we did. So that was our last one was the 4-gate one, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about the Nashville one. That was the Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah, it was like 2. Yeah, they're pricey. That's the unfortunate part of it.
They're a spicy meatball.
Yeah, it's. Richie, so basically it's really all MGP, but I guess James, that is kind of down there, does a lot of the tasting and kind of getting a lot of these things to us. So I would say he's probably the one that tastes through a lot of these things to know like what they're going to send out for the single barrel program. So yeah, we get it. We don't always want these things for you guys. We know we don't want just $200.
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Dr. Pepper was
$190. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think for $190, that was still a damn good fucking rye.
It was. I mean, that was a fantastic rye.
No.
Little flat.
It's flat, and I am getting like Sambuca black licorice.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Yeah, no. Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. When I tasted it, it was like sweet, but then there was really nothing else after that. There's no spice. There's really nothing on that one at all.
I don't like it.
No, I would say in comparison to like what we've had with the 4-gate, and the Belle of Bedford that we've got coming. That's that 10-year MGP rye that is like everything that you want, and it's going to be a pretty good price, guys. We're able to kind of get a good one on that. So
yeah, no, one's out. I'm not.
Okay, you already gone through elimination.
Okay, I can't handle all that licorice. Yeah, no.
You're not a Sambuca guy?
No, every time my grandmother brought that shit on the table for dessert, I fucking ran away.
I wonder what it is about Sambuca and black licorice where it seems like our parents like that, and I don't know why that is, but my dad really likes it as well. And I'm not a huge fan of it really at all either.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here.
So this has the sweetness, but I think it's a little bit more oak forward on the nose for this rye, which is kind of nice. But it's still a little bit flat on the nose.
Yeah, a little bit. There's maybe a little slightly spicier, but
yeah, not getting much.
You know, I mean, we shouldn't have to be searching this much on a 9-year rye.
Yeah, yeah. Like when we picked the 4-gate rye, that thing was immediate. We're like, holy fuck! Like this is, yeah. I mean,
yeah. See, now I would classify this as better, but I wouldn't want to spend $200.
That is not a $200 rye. Just not. No, it's not unique enough. Like the Dr. Cherry Pepper rye that we picked was probably one of the most unique ryes that I've tasted.
Yeah.
That to me was worth going. This is not. I feel like this rye I can get for a lot cheaper anywhere.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think I've had this rye for $50.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's good. It's good. But, you know, I mean, I think these will probably just get sent over to Cheeks so he can make some Manhattans or something.
See, now this is coming off more young. I'm not getting like our 9-year rye that we picked from 4-gate had way more depth of flavor to it.
Oh yeah.
This one isn't even like you could tell me this is a 4 to 5-year rye and I'd believe you.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's very bright, it's very harsh. There's just not a lot going on in that. I'm not getting like a lot of harshness. I'm just not getting a lot with it. I'm not getting where it's a very like developed like whiskey. Like it doesn't taste 9 years like the ones you and I have had before. Yeah, I mean, this does not taste like a 9-year-old rye.
No, this is not in that. Okay, so let's.
All right, I think the ryes are out this year, so that's good.
All right, that's good. All right, so we just saved you guys about $60 maybe or something like that. I don't know.
Blind Squirrel says this freaking Jack Daniel's 1-Up is sick as fuck.
Oh yeah, those are good, man. I told
you guys that fucking 1-Up.
I think we got so busy around that time that unfortunately the Jack Daniels kind of just got kind of pushed aside a little bit while we were like so busy with everything, unfortunately.
What do you mean? What do you mean by push to the side?
It just like it felt like we had to move on from that. Like we didn't give it like it's like
we didn't give it enough of its time in the spotlight.
No, we didn't. I swear to God we didn't get a chance to do that because I mean those were really two picks that we were, you know, ultimately really excited to get, and then we got them, talked about them for like a week, and then nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, they sold out like that, but I mean, you know, I still get messages about them every day. How good those picks! Like people love those picks.
They're fantastic. I mean, and again, like talking about value for that kind of price. I mean, that's hard. That's hard to beat. Again, they're not super old, but look beyond that. Like if it tastes great and it's what you like, then the age ultimately doesn't matter. You know.
All right, are we trying this agave? Are we trying this agave shit before I throw up?
Oh Jesus! Stop complaining. I don't know.
I'm surprised you want to drink these so bad.
I don't know. I just want to try. Have you ever had barrel aged agave?
Isn't it basically tequila?
Well, yeah, but it's not like from tequila. That's why it's tequila, right?
It's not from tequila.
I don't think this doesn't say like tequila. It just says barrel aged agave.
It can't be tequila made in the United States.
Well, that's my point, smart ass.
Oh my God, dude, I love you. You're so fucking funny.
You're gonna try this stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna try one of them, and if this one sucks, I'm not trying the second one.
I'm gonna let you try it first. You tell me what you think.
You jerk.
Yeah, you try that. Oh man.
It's not from tequila, you know, Tequila Mexico.
I just, you don't think this is going to mess our palates up, do you?
Oh man, it's actually smells like bourbon on the nose.
It smells like bourbon.
It does.
All right, I'm gonna give it a little whirl here.
The Mashing Journey Jack Pick is my center stage whiskey, 100% badass. There you go, Benjamin.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Either one. If anyone got either one of those, that they were both hitters.
Yeah, they were both fantastic.
Yeah. I think the Jackman was like this peanut butter and jelly in a glass type profile, and then the Tequila Peru.
No, these are. I'm pretty sure this is not from Tequila Peru. I'm pretty sure. Oh man, that's like it's very fruity, man. It's like very tropical.
Yeah, it smells like juicy fruit gum and cake batter.
Oh, it does. It smells actually pretty nice. All right, I'm trying this. I'm gonna try this.
All right, cheers, man.
All right. Oh man, okay, really not as. Why are you making that face?
I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's just because I'm coming off the rye. It just tastes weird. I gotta go. I gotta do another sip.
It's just interesting. I mean, it's definitely not as like bold as I was thinking it was gonna be. Like it's pretty sweet.
There's I literally get like a barbecue note on it, which is weird.
Well, now you're speaking the Hawks language.
There you go, baby.
Oh, that's interesting. Man, is it weird that I'm saying like I would maybe kind of like dig a bottle? You don't like this, do you?
I don't know. I'm not sure which. Like, because my head is
the face right now like someone just like stuck a finger in a place that you don't appreciate.
My head is thinking like tequila, but then when I drink it, it doesn't taste like tequila, and it's weird. I don't know where to go.
Yeah, I guess I don't know like what I would. I mean, I'm okay.
Oh my god, you know what this smells like? I just figured it out. Barbecue potato chips.
Oh, barbecue potato chips. Okay.
It is barbecue potato chips.
Yes, it does. It does smell like barbecue potato chips.
Doesn't it?
I don't know, dude. As weird as it is, I'm kind of digging it. I don't know
barbecue potato chips.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I'm kind of digging it. And I wonder.
That's it. I can't get it out of my head. Now it just tastes like barbecue chips. It's like Mrs. Vicky's barbecue potato chips.
You got like now it's like it tastes like a specific bag of barbecue.
I got it down to the brand.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh god, I can't drink that.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna try the second one though.
Okay, all right. So it's piqued your interest to the point where
I want to see if this one still smells like that or if it's better.
Okay, let's see if maybe this tastes like sour cream and chives.
Is anybody in the chat interested in drinking liquid barbecue chips?
It's better than that. Don't listen to this guy. He's being a jerk.
It's not. That's exactly what it tastes like.
It does kind of taste like that, but
all right, the second sample is actually a little bit more rounded, I think. Everyone's William Wally's like, pass, blind squirrels, yes, please. Johnny 5 says no barrel aged mezcal. No.
I just don't know. No, so this isn't mezcal. Like mezcal's way smokier.
Yeah, way smokier.
I mean, mezcal is like, even versus tequila, it's so smoky. These are just
the second one isn't nearly as smoky. It's a little bit more sweet.
Honestly, they're easy to drink, to be honest. They're easy.
Yeah, they're a little dangerously delicious, to be honest.
I don't know, like, again, like I think a lot of us don't sip much tequila, so I don't know like what this even compares to be honest. I have no idea.
It doesn't taste like any tequila I've had. Yeah, they're interesting, but I wouldn't pick it for the group. So
yeah, I don't know what you would. I guess I just don't know what you would do with it. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna drink them, but
go with God.
I don't know. Maybe I'll make some. Maybe those will go in some New Year's cocktails. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't think so? Okay.
You know what? You can give that to Kim. I don't want any.
She's gonna like it. I bet she's gonna be like, you know what? I like that.
She might like it. She might like it.
Okay, all right. So our ryes have been eliminated. So we're not doing a barrel. We're not doing a Nashville Barrel rye this year, guys. We don't.
So let's try to pick 2 of the 3 here. So it's going to be down to the Nashville Barrel Company. This sample 1, the 6-year, which was fucking maple syrup. The 9-year sample 2, and then this NashTuckey number 2. Those are kind of the top 3, I think.
Okay, all right. So say that again. So NashTuckey number 2, correct?
Yep. Bourbon 9-year number 2.
Yep.
And bourbon 6-year number 1.
Yep. Okay.
Those are the top 3.
Okay. Man, those are nice colors on all of them. Actually, looking at that.
So guys, tomorrow night on my channel, we're going to be doing Blendageddon. The Sexy 6 are up tomorrow night. It's a big bracket. The top 2 of that will get to the finals. And I'm giving away a Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas sample pack with all different Match and Journey picks in it. So,
wow,
going to be giving away 2 of those.
Wow. That'll be a nice little Christmas package.
It'll include Jack Daniels in it. It'll include the Jack Daniels pick. It'll include some Houdini, maybe.
Wow.
It includes some really good shit. So that'll be up for grabs tomorrow night as we do the Taste of the Sexy 6 with our judge. So
that'll be all right. That sounds like a good evening right there.
Yep.
Well, you gotta be kind of coming close to kind of whittling it all down to get to some finals and stuff here before too much longer.
There's only 3 rounds left. We have the Sexy 6 tomorrow, the Sexy 6 next week, and then it's the finals. And that's it.
All right.
Then Blendageddon is over. Holy shit, it's crazy.
Well, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that you have to kind of put together. So
it's a lot. Blendageddon it's a labor of love. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, so which one are you going for now?
I don't know. What order do you want to taste these in? You want to go back to the first 6-year bourbon real quick?
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
All right, let's try that.
Let's do that. Okay. Put it in here.
Oh, I need to still maple syrup.
Man, I'll tell you what, it is such a rich bourbon for 6 years old. Like, I think you would trick a lot of people with this whiskey.
Kelsey Dime, the left side of the bracket is tomorrow, right side of the bracket's next week. So
is that like left and right Twix?
Yeah, they're both equally good.
Yeah. Oh man, that really is good. It is a lot of maple syrup, man.
It really is. We could just call this one Canadian bacon.
Oh man, I could totally put that on some freaking pancakes right there.
Oh Jesus, I can't believe how heavy maple syrup it is.
That's like pancake delight right there. Like literally, this should just be like this bottle being poured over top of like pancakes or something.
Yeah, that's really nice. All right, I'm going to the 9-year here.
All right, let's go to the 9. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, the 9-year just has gotten real oaky.
Oh man,
it's real deep and aged. You know, just those age notes again. You said the same thing about the Houdini. It's a 6-year that wouldn't think is that young. Yeah, I think we'll compare it quickly to the Houdini, but
yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I don't think it has the depth that the Houdini does, but it's really good.
Man, this is almost one of those ones where you wish you could like have someone like blind you really quickly just to see like without you knowing exactly what it was. But man, that 6-year is good. I mean, so is this 9-year though too. But it's getting into those more notes that you would expect from an older whiskey. They're those more like tobaccos, leather.
I really like the 9-year, but for the price, because the 9-year is going to be a lot more than the 6-year. I probably prefer the 6-year because I just think it's more. I think a lot more people would like that one.
It's a really, I mean, that 6-year is a really well done. That's a really good bourbon right there. Period. So. Yes, yeah. Tim says aching for some. I'm like, I got breakfast on. I got breakfast on the brain here now.
Aching for some bacon.
Aching for some bacon. Oh man! All right, I'm actually really kind of pumped to go back to this.
NashTuckey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it is dark, man. For 5 years, I don't know what the hell they're doing with their young shit, but.
Adam says, "Am I supposed to root for Wax since he beat me, or against him?" I think you should. I think you should always root for the guy that beat you, because
I would agree.
He beat you. All right, back to the NashTuckey.
All right, you're on the NashTuckey. Okay, let's get into that. I like how it's just slightly different. Like there's something that's different about it.
It's almost got like a balsamic vinegar note on the nose. Get like balsamic on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and that's rich. Man, it does it. Whatever this is, man, this does not smell like 5 years old.
Dude, the palate on that NashTuckey got real chocolatey in a good way.
I don't know, man. I'm digging the like slightly different profile. Like it's an off profile of something that's in a good way. And I don't know how to like describe that.
That's good shit.
I mean, for someone to tell you that that's 5 years old, like I wouldn't even believe you, you know?
Eric Sawyer says, "I'm rooting for Whack to get to the finals with me." Eric, I mean, I think that, the blends that I think have really stuck out to me personally have been from Jeffrey Whack, Kelsey Dime, OH. OH's blend is ridiculous. Danny Lopez. And yeah, I would say even Eric Sawyer's. It's going to be interesting now that these blends have sat with some air in them, how they stand up now. That's really the secret to blend again. And how does it last over time?
So that's a good point, because the longer these things sit and the longer they stay in the competition, the longer those blends get to kind of mingle together. So. All right, which one are you on to, right? Or which one did you go back to?
I'm just pacing through all of them. You know what? The 6-year sample one, every time I go back to it,
it smells. It literally smells the richest of all of them.
It does. It really does.
It's a great dude. I'm gonna need to get my Houdini, because I think it's gonna be a goddamn like really. This can be like
I see the Houdini for me though is more of a dark fruit bomb, whereas this gets into more of the sugary sweet things. Let me get some Houdini here. Do a quick compare.
Yeah, that is really good. I should have brought mine up, but
yeah, I got mine here. We'll do a quick compare. There it is. The legend. The legend of Houdini.
Yeah, we didn't even I don't think we even fully knew what we had with that until like,
the color's pretty close, I'll say that.
Yeah, dude, they're close. They're really close. Hang on, I'm gonna see if my assistant can grab my Houdini for me.
You know what?
My wife doesn't like when I call her my assistant though.
I think that's what it is. I think it's the Houdini has more of a dark fruit punch.
Okay.
This one though is more maple syrup,
like decadent.
I think it has more spice to it than the Houdini does too.
Really?
More of a spicy finish, at least right now from going back and forth.
I mean, if you get that sweet and spice, I mean that's a nice balance to it though, you know.
Yeah. I think we got to grab that. That's a really nice bourbon.
Yeah, 6 is, I mean, again, that's another one that probably drinks like well above its kind of like weight class. I mean, to get a 6-year bourbon like that. Sure.
Yeah, that's oh man, the maple syrup on it is ridiculous. Okay. So now I don't know. How you feeling about this NashTuckey?
I don't know, man. I'm digging it.
Every time I smell it, it smells weird.
Really?
Like in a good way. But I get a lot of I get like balsamic vinegar on it, and it's strange to me.
Okay. All right. I can kind of see what you're saying.
There's an acidity to it, but I don't get it on the palate. The palate is very rich, sweet, and really good.
All right, let me I mean, what would have versus like the 9-year?
I mean, I think the 9 years is as straightforward as it gets for a older age whiskey. You know, I think it reminds me a little bit of Knob Creek 18, to be honest. I'm not really saying the full profile, but I'm saying like as far as the notes you get.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think the maple syrup is a go.
Yeah, I mean, I think 6-1 is definitely. I mean, that's already a go.
6-1 is definitely a go. Oh my god, the fucking Houdini is so good. Oh my god.
Thank you. All right.
Hey. Hi, Julie.
She said hi.
I didn't hear her. Say it louder.
Oh, well, he knows you handed it to me. It didn't just like magically appear.
No, it was
she didn't want to be on camera.
It was Brewer. Brewer came and handed it
to
you.
Yeah, thanks, Brewer. I appreciate you handing that to me.
Oh my god, the Houdini is ridiculous.
I love like the simplicity of the bottle. Like at first I thought we were being shorted. Like I felt like it was a small bottle for whatever reason. Doesn't it seem like little?
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Again, I would agree. That's more fruit forward, like darker fruits than this one. This is more of the sweet, decadent, spicy. Yeah, and that is really good. Man, that's good. And it sure as hell doesn't drink like almost 119 proof either.
Yeah. I would be interested to know the stats on sample 1 here we got, because it's delicious.
Yeah, that's one thing I got to figure out is like, what would your guess be proof wise on that? Like, what would you think?
I don't know. Like, it's got like a really good spice to it. I would guess at least 115, at least.
Man, yeah, it's still very rich though, and I think this is one that will also change a little bit as it sits in a bottle.
Yeah, that's a winner. We definitely got to grab that barrel because it's just really good. As far as the NashTuckey stuff goes,
yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? Are you is the nose like too off-putting to you, or?
I hate the nose, but I like the palate. I don't know. I think we got to do some digging as far as like barrel count and price for this NashTuckey stuff.
Yeah.
Because if that NashTuckey stuff is a high price, I don't. If it's $100 plus, I don't think it's worth it.
Okay. Right. All right. So where are you at? Where are you at with the 9-year?
The 9-year I like, but I mean, again, this is going to be a high price bottle. And
I mean, this is probably going to be. I mean, I would imagine this is going to probably be in that couple $100 range. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think this is a $200 bourbon. You get the nice age notes to it, but I mean, if it's MGP, I can get a Remus for $80 or $90 with that high age stuff. I wouldn't want to pay $200 to get that bottle.
Yeah,
I think that bourbon 6-year sample 1 is the most unique and probably the biggest value heavy on that one. Julie Houdini me.
yeah, Julie Houdini me. All right, so like, let's see, what did we have as the what did we think of the 6-year number 2? I guess just as a comparison to number 1, were we not on that at all?
No, it was flat. It was flat.
Was it okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, there's something that that I like about this NashTuckey, and I don't know if I like it because it's different. I mean, I like how it tastes.
I feel like we would need like another palate to come in and see if we're nuts or not.
Well, I think we already know the answer to that, but
well, I mean, we wouldn't be releasing these for a while. We would probably have to hold up on these because we got so much shit coming out.
yeah, we do have
This might be one we need to revisit before we say like absolutely yes.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe we revisit like 1 or 2 of these just to kind of see what we.
But that sample 1 of that bourbon is ridiculously good. I think if he can let that sit in a barrel for a little bit longer until we're ready to bottle it, then let it cook.
Yeah.
But it's good shit.
Yeah, Eric says he'll be here in 25 minutes. He's just down the road, so he can come by and be a.
Yeah, Eric, why don't you go over and try that NashTuckey for us?
I'm telling you, Eric, you might actually have to come over and try this and see what you think. Yeah. So, all right. So I guess So why don't we do this? We'll lock in the 6-year sample number 1. We know we want that. I mean, that's a great bourbon right there.
Yeah, it's really good. Yep.
And then we'll just kind of go back. We'll revisit a couple of these others and see if maybe there's something that changes. I mean, I like this NashTuckey. I mean, I think it's different and unique. But again, maybe with tasting all of these other things, and Jason he made me try these agaves. Maybe that threw me off a little bit. So
yeah, I don't know, because man, when I pour the sample of this 6-1 just fresh, my God, it's so much maple syrup. It's so good.
It's I would say, I mean, it's as much maple syrup as I've smelled on a bourbon in a long time.
Yep,
so
for sure.
All right, well, why don't we revisit a couple of these things? We can talk to the guys at Nashville, see what they think as well. If we want to kind of maybe just give these things another try, we can do that or something.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna keep this NashTuckey sample 2 handy, and then we'll see where we go from there. But
yeah,
sure.
All right, that works. All right, so hey guys, after all that, we chose one barrel, and it's probably going to be about 18 bottles. So
hey, look, we got to be selective. Yeah, it's going to be like 70 bottles.
We do have to be selective. You know, we don't want to just pick something to pick something. We'll kind of go back through a couple of these and just kind of see if there's anything that's worthy of, and again, like I think there's some, like, again, we don't want to say these 3 are in here for a reason. If they're like well priced and we think it's a good value, we can kind of talk about that a little bit as well. But we don't want to bring a whiskey that we don't think is worthy of the Mash and Journey.
And I mean, you guys know that I don't think this new one that we picked is going to be. I think as far as depth of flavor, it gets close to the Houdini, but it's a different profile. The Houdini was a lot of dark fruit, a lot of different flavors to that one, whereas this one goes more along the lines of a maple syrup, like Eggo waffles type of note to it. So yeah, they're very different, but they're both very good. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anybody who will be disappointed in this 6-year sample or barrel number 1 that we have. And we'll see if there's something else that shakes out, and then we'll let you guys know. We'll revisit these, and maybe I'll even have Eric stop over. He can taste a few of these and let me know what he thinks as well. But we'll get back to you on that. It's going to be a TBD at this point with the other one. So
cool.
All right. Well, I was going to ask you what you had, what else you got going on, but you already kind of blurted that out.
I mean, I know it's late, but I'm about to drop my review for the Jack Daniel's Oloroso, the Jack Daniel's Single Malt Oloroso review. We're about to in about 20 minutes once we're done here. Because I was running around like crazy today, so didn't get a chance to finish it up. So you'll see that. I'll have a video tomorrow, a short on Thursday. Tomorrow night is the obviously Blendageddon continues with the first round of the Sexy Six, the left side of the bracket, and then the right side will be next week. So there's a lot going on, and plus, all the end of the year shit is coming out. Best ryes, best bourbons, best whiskeys, whatever it may be. So there's a lot coming up in the coming month.
Yeah, there's a lot. As we get into December, there is a lot of stuff going on. That's for darn sure. So, but all right, guys, thanks for tuning in again. We appreciate all the support. Glad everyone's kind of enjoying a lot of everything that's been going on with a lot of the picks and all of that. Appreciate all the support for both of our channels, watching all the videos, commenting and liking, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it may be. We appreciate it all. So with that being said, we'll I think next week we're actually okay, let's just touch on Mash and Journey stuff. So this coming Friday, we're releasing our Starlight picks. All three of those will be coming.
They're sending out bottles to us, so we're gonna try. Hopefully, we'll get tasting notes for everybody.
Yeah.
But if we don't, we'll try to just go off of what we remember when we tasted it. But I mean, if you guys could pretty much figure out, the bourbon in itself, the Rockstar, I'll say now that's a must get because it's so different, and it was the one that wowed us from the beginning. As far as the other two, the Applejack Rye, the apple brandy finished rye whiskey might be the most unique. And then you have the Estate Port finished rye, which probably might be I would say for all palates, that might be the most coveted. Yeah. But do not sleep on that bourbon. The Rockstar bourbon is ridiculously good. And
when you look at it, if you end up with all three of them, I mean, you're basically going to knock off $15. You're going to get that bourbon for like $40.
Yeah. So and it's a great price. They're all there. You can get all three of them less than $200, which is
$800. I can get them all.
No, all three. If you get all three, they're less than two. They're less than $200. All three.
Hey, I've always loved the terminology. Like, the more you buy, the more you save. I'm like, I love the fact that if you spend more money, you save more money. I'm like, man, that's like the worst thing ever. Like, literally, if you spend more money, you spend more money. Like,
you ever go to like one of like the, like you go to like a sale, like 60% off or whatever, but you go to the store and then you look at the product and then they actually have a price on it that's over the original price. And they actually marked it up. So when you actually save the money, it's such a fucking racket. It's such a racket.
Yeah, it really is.
Everything's a racket.
Dave says, "Go broke, saving money."
That's right. Go broke, save money. That's the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club.
Oh yeah, hey guys, we as much as we hate to do that, like we can't control. Like it was the most frustrating thing when we started getting all of these things like at one time, but we realized early on that we have zero control over that part of it, and we just have to roll with the punches. And I mean, as much as we hit you guys with these things, our intention is never to like have them all grouped the way they are. It's just like we do a lot of stuff with shared pour. We get a lot of messages where your barrel's in, and we're just like, son of a bitch. It's like
because right after the Starlights, we'll have at some point the Barrel Craft Spirits pick we did will come out, and that's two bottles. That was the Oloroso and the Madeira. The Madeira is a super short barrel. That's why we got the Oloroso more for the group. What did he say was coming after that?
I think the Knob Creek.
The Knob Creek Rye?
I think so.
I don't know. We haven't really heard about that one.
Oh, I thought that was maybe like fourth in line. Well, we have our I mean, well, not this week, but in 2 weeks we've got our Found North.
Oh, that's what it was. The Found North.
Yeah.
So the Found North or the Barrel Craft Spirits might be in the mix. The Found North might be one of the most interesting and delicious whiskeys that we picked all year.
Yeah.
Just because of that specific mash bill that they use, where it's a blend of, it's 100% rye, 100% corn, 100% barley, and then it's different proportions of that are blended together and then thrown in a toasted cask.
Yeah.
And I think, for us, it was an easy choice when we chose it. So yeah, that one will be out there too. That's just one bottle, nothing crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out. And then I think the Juke Joint, which we picked with Josh and Aaron from Stuff and Whiskey, they're going to get the majority share of that, because that's really, we wanted them to have kind of their first pick.
Right.
And then if there are any leftovers, we'll let you guys kind of grab some of those. But then I think Dusty's debut, as I've called it. Yeah. The Sagamore Rye that we picked. It's Dusty's pick, but you guys will have access to that as well if you want. And then we're still waiting. The Japanese whiskey should be hitting soon. The 3.
Oh, that was so good. That's a sneaky, that Japanese whiskey. That's a banger of a whiskey.
Dude, tell them about the fucking 3 Peerless picks, dude.
So we ended up with one short one, like the Peerless. We ended up with a barrel that they didn't want to give us, that they were going to mix this thing into some blend. And we refused. I'm like, you guys cannot put that into a batch or whatever. Like, go ask someone, go ask Corky or whoever the hell it is that will give you authorization. We want it. I mean, when we moved the barrel, it literally felt like it was empty. There was nothing in it, because John came back and said, he's like, guys, there's almost nothing in this. I can't sell this to you. I'm like, just go ask someone. Like, we'll take it. Like, we're basically the Short Barrel Club. So if you can give this to us, we'll take it. We did. I let Jason try it when we were down in Cedar Ridge. And I gave him that one second, thinking it was the first one that I was giving. I mixed the 2 up, and they're 3 great whiskeys. Now, the Short Barrel one, we're going to have to figure out again. We'll probably do a little bit of a randomizer.
That might be the Ghost Barrel might be more of a lottery, but even if you get the other rye, the other bourbon, holy shit. Scott brought the samples to me when we were at Cedar Ridge. Holy shit. They're phenomenal. I mean, they could be up there with some of the best picks we've done this year. I'm just saying, guys. So don't sleep on the Peerless spot. Oh, there he is.
We got him in. We got him. He's a movie star again.
Look at Grumpy Face.
He's like, hey, this is way past my bedtime. Oh
my God, the Iron Root pick. We never went to fucking Texas, dude.
Oh, geez, I completely forgot. I literally completely forgot about. All right, well, maybe they can give us an extension, like taxes. maybe
I'll message the Licorice Brothers. I'll see what they say. We just have to get out there. So
yeah, maybe they can give us a pass, or give us a tax extension.
We're gonna need a mulligan. So
that'll be the name of our barrel if we do it. It'll be like a tax extension or something, or a mulligan, something like that. All right, guys, we won't waste your time. We got a lot of stuff coming to you guys. We appreciate all the support, love, everything. Next Tuesday, we're actually going to have Nick from Found North on. We're going to go through our barrel. We're going to talk a little bit about that, some Canadian whiskey, things along those lines, get you guys introduced a little bit more to that. And kind of go through. Oh yeah. So Ethan says, what about the Driftless? That could be coming probably shortly after the first of the year as well. Off the top.
The Driftless Glens will probably be next year, along with the 3 Wild Turkey barrels coming soon after that. So
yeah, lot going on. Just
a lot of great barrels coming, guys. There's no shortage.
Stuff.
No shortage of good whiskey coming your way.
No, that there isn't. So guys, thank you so much for everything. We'll chat next Tuesday. Go check out Jason and Blend again and everything he's got going on for tomorrow night, and more good stuff. So guys, thanks again. We'll see you next Tuesday. You'll see Jason tomorrow night. Cheers, guys.